Our next comedian was born by the river in a little tent. And just like the river, he been running ever since. Y'all make some noise for Little Daddy.
How y'all doing, B-side? Once again, I'm the oldest person in the room. Ain't nobody beat me yet. Yeah, ladies, last Tuesday, I turned 71. I smoked crack for 29 years. But I've been sober. I just celebrated my 9th sober birthday last Tuesday. I ain't gonna come up short twice. Oh yeah, I'm a little bitty motherfucker. I like to have fun. So I said I'm gonna come out and tell some jokes. I ain't come out last week. So, cause a person came to me, you know, when you have a birthday, people ask you stupid questions. They said, man, how do it feel to be 71? I don't know, motherfucker, this is my first time being 71. Like I did this shit last year. Ain't that some crazy shit? But like I said, man, look, I'm having fun, you know, being sober and doing a lot of shit. I ain't on the run. I had a one-off for my arrest too for some bullshit. But I mean, it's gonna be all right. Yeah, I mean, shit, like I said, I ain't gonna come up short twice. So I'm gonna take y'all back to the day, you know, when I was going to school back in the day. Like the teacher used to ask you little fucked up questions like, she said, Brent, my name is Brent, but they call me Little Daddy on stage. She said, Brent, what is a good punctuation mark? And I said, the period. She said, can you explain? I said, well, I don't know, but when my sister missed hers, my mom fainted. My dad got mad, and the next door neighbor moved out of town and never returned. So now my sister's on the Maury show looking for a baby daddy. Yeah. So them, you know when you be laying in the bed, you know, come up with some good ass jokes. Like a motherfucker said, Little Daddy, have you ever did anything undercover? I said, hell no, I do all my shit on top of the cover. Then when it's done, I get up under the cover because it get kind of chilly. You know what I'm saying? So they said, man, well, what you do for your birthday? I ain't do shit. Remember back in the day when you was young, you had on your mind, shit, I'm fucking tonight, and all this other type of shit, right? Shit, I went home and fucking went to sleep. That's the only thing that came fucking up out of me. You know, motherfucker tired, shit, I work. You know, so shit, I mean, but I mean, I had fun. Like I said, you know, that's a graceful thing, man, just getting old. So how many of y'all got children? You got children? Raise your hand if you got children. You the only one? It look like you the only one down here fucking. Everybody else doing shit. Hey, look, they fucking up. But anyway, I'm raising my niece's children, and I had to go to the school. So when I go into the school, the teacher take me to the classroom. But the teacher was having I guess the children taking a little test or whatever. So I heard the teacher say, Mikey, if you had 5 birds on a fence and shot one, how many birds would you have? Mike said none. Said, because the other birds will fly away. The teacher said, no, the answer would be 4, but I like the way you think. Mike said, well, miss, I have a question for you. You said 3 ladies eating ice cream. 1 licking, 1 biting, and 1 sucking. Which one is married? So the teacher hesitatingly answered the question. She said, the one sucking. He said, no, the one with the wedding ring on, but I like the way you think. Hey, reverse that shit, huh? Man, and, you know, but look, it take a long time, you know, to come up with these jokes. And you look at me smoking crack for 29 years, my memory good as a motherfucker. Cause I'm out getting motherfuckers that did all this shit that they thought they got away with. I ain't letting the motherfucker get away with that shit. Not Gemini season. Shit, fuck that shit. I'ma roast that shit. But anyway, my wife and I was riding down Coventry one day. Remember my Goliaths used to be over there? So man, my wife riding down Coventry. She said, when I first met you, you used to take me to these fancy restaurants where they made food right in front of you. So you don't even take me there no more. That's why I want to go to the night. I said, for real? She said, yeah. Man, she was mad as hell when I pulled up the subway. But anyway, I got home and I asked her for some sex. And she said, not right now because my menopause done kicked in. I said, bitch, just pause for a minute. This shit ain't gonna take long. Yeah, man, I try to keep it funny. You know, like James Brown said, make it funky. That's what I try to do, try to make this shit funky. Yeah, man, like I say, and I've been short like this here for a long time. So I'm normally like, if y'all don't know me, they call me Little Daddy. I'm the titty man. Yeah, because I'm looking at you, I love titties. I love some big ass titties and a wet ass coochie. Yeah, you know that? Your shit be wet. Oh, you ain't answering that one? I mean, I just thought I asked. Now, I ain't asking for no ass, but I just thought I asked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, try to keep the shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? What else I'm gonna talk about? Yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to slide down real slow. Trying to see if I can get up in there. Because I became the titty man with my babysitter back in the day, right? I used to have this babysitter and she would draw pictures of things that she wanted me to do. So she draw the picture of a guy laying on her stomach sucking her titty. And I've been sucking titties ever since. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I done went from, I think that was like back in maybe I was born in 55, so it had to be somewhere along in the 60s. But anyway, I still like to suck titties today. I love to see a hard nipple. You know what I'm saying? But then I slide on down, I eat a little coochie here and there. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I sucked my first coochie in 1976. Half of y'all motherfuckers weren't even born then. And the shit tastes good. I came back for more. Yeah, that's right. Clap it up, baby. Clap it up. Yeah, shit. I be telling shit like this shit about licking, can we kick it? You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I did that to a girl one day. I said, if I lick it, can we kick it? You know what she told me? She said, I don't do guys. I said, I don't either, but I'll be your bitch for a day. And I said, yeah, I eat coochie too. Eating coochie is like eating ribs. If you don't get that shit all over your fingers and your face, you ain't eating it right. Ain't that right, baby? All right, then, but look. So I'm going to tell y'all how I became a comedian because I had to get out of here. I had this job working at the pickle factory. And I had this fantasy of sticking my finger in the pickle slicer. Yeah, I worked there like about 5 to 6 years, and every day I would walk by, I would look in, I had that fantasy of sticking my finger in the pickle slicer. I even called home and told my wife about it. She said, why you want to do something like that? What if something happened to it? What am I going to do? I said, honey, it's just a fantasy. So y'all, on my 8th year, I did it. Yeah, I stuck my finger in the pickle slicer. And I went home, and I told my wife, I said, honey, I did it. She said, did what? I said, I stuck my finger in the pickle slicer. She said, what happened? I said, I got fired. She said, no, with the pickle slicer. I said, shit, that bitch got fired too. That's my time, y'all. Give it up for your whole Tyrone gang.
Give it up for my man, Little Daddy. The titty man, huh? Woo, the titty man. That is a lot, man. It's funny because it's